All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. These are the rules of the 187 District Court. First off, today is Thursday. Let's not try to turn that into a Monday. Let's keep it as a Thursday. We're close to the end of the week. You are in a courtroom. So what does that mean? Whether you're at the Bexar County Jail, whether you're Zooming from your home or Zooming from your office, whatever you could not do if you were physically in the courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. Included, but not limited to, laying in bed, smoking cigarettes, cooking a meal. If you're at your employment, then you need to find a location that's quiet, get in a location, be stationary. If you do not follow the rules that are set, your Thursday is probably going to turn into a Monday because your Zooming privileges are going to be revoked and you're going to be required to appear in person in the courtroom. And just think about that for a moment. What that means then is you're going to have to either get on the Via, a Lyft, an Uber, or drive down to Bexar County, downtown. And what that means, there's traffic, there's one-way streets everywhere. You're going to have to find parking, you're going to have to pay for parking. So let's not turn this into a Monday. To all the inmates, you're not allowed to use the chat box. You're not allowed to use that computer to go on Facebook, Instagram, or any of that. If you do any of that, what's going to end up happening is you are going to be sent back to your cell. To everyone on the Zoom, this is not the Bachelor. This is not the Bachelorette. You're not to use this Zoom in order to pick up dates if you see someone you think you may be interested in. I know you asked yourself, why would she say this? Because it's been done and it will not be tolerated. To all of the attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement, no matter how small you think that plea bargain agreement is, you need to put that in the chat box to the court coordinator. She's listed as Ferguson coordinator. She will need to get the paperwork to you. If your client is on bond, she will need your client's email address, and so will the state. I'm going to open breakout rooms. When I open the breakout rooms, it's going to invite everyone to go to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call you by name and assign you to a breakout room. To all of those who are defendants or who are accused, your attorney's name will be called. Your name will not be called. I repeat, your name will not be called. If you do not hear your attorney's name, what that means is that your attorney is probably Zooming in another courtroom. They may be in a location that's requiring them to appear in person, but you will have a chance to speak with your attorney. To all attorneys, when you are invited to go to a breakout room, think of that breakout room as a doctor's office. When you go there and they call you to the back, you're not seeing the doctor right away. They're just checking your blood pressure and your weight. So as you can tell, defense attorneys, there are more defense attorneys than there are prosecutors. Prosecutors have the ability to move throughout the breakout rooms and to see who is in a breakout room. If you leave that breakout room, it's going to show that that breakout room is empty and they're going to skip over you and go to the next person. So attorneys, when I call your name, what I will need from you is I need the name of your client, and I will also need to know whether they're criminal, trial division, or family violence. So first, I'm going to call attorneys, and attorneys, this is the order in which you'll appear. If you see that you're low on the list and you want to go to another courtroom, you're more than welcome to do so. However, if you go to a courtroom and you Zoom there and your name is called, we will skip over you and place you at the end of the line. Jocelyn Andrews, Nathaniel Navy, John Perez, Roland Garcia, Ron Ross, Veronica Legarati, Johnny Cisneros, Jonathan Chavez, Michael Velacek, Nathaniel Book, Sean Hendrickson, Sylvia Cavazos, Pat Hancock, Jesus Lopez. Is there any defense attorneys whose name I did not call? Okay. Jocelyn Andrews.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
I have Aaron Gordon, and the state Hasn't been ready for the last couple of times. There was some issues going on. Tom Nesbitt, I sent him a chat, but he hasn't had a chance to respond
Okay.
yet.
Is it, obviously it's criminal trial division. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nathaniel Navy.
Good morning, Judge. I have Tyrone Shepard. It's a CTD case. And Judge, this is one where you had ordered a competency evaluation. I believe that he's met with somebody. I think I may just be waiting to receive that report, but I don't know if that's been done yet.
All right. Is it, you say it's criminal trial division?
It's a trial, Judge.
All right. Norma Ferguson, can you check to see whether or not the competency evaluation has been done on that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you already conferred with the state on this case?
I have, Judge, but I can confer again today. That's fine.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 3. Nathaniel, it's been like 3 days since we've last seen you. We were like,
I think it's longer than that, Judge. I think it's been like a week.
yeah, I was like, where is he?
Thank
All right. I'll send you to number 3.
you.
You're welcome. John Pettis.
Yes, Judge, I'm here on 2 of them. Mr. Vincent Hutniak, he's in the courtroom right now. That's criminal trial division. But also I'm here on one of Frank Mathis's cases, the family violence case. We filed a motion to withdraw. He's got many other cases and decided not to keep us on. The attorney that is handling the bigger cases, or rather the cases the DA cares more about, he's decided to keep him instead. So
right.
we filed a motion to withdraw as well as an affidavit of surety to surrender. I would just ask that both of those be granted.
All right. Well,
And
I'm going to
Your Honor, I'm here on his other cases on Frank Mathis.
Who is that?
Sean Henriksen.
All right. All right. What I'm going to do is, John, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
Okay.
And we will deal with your motion to withdraw when we come back. And then I'll put Sean in a breakout room later.
Okay.
Roland Garcia.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Roland Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have one case on this morning's docket, David Morales. It's a family case.
I'll send you to number 5.
Thank you, Judge.
Ron Ross.
Judge, I have 2 on the docket. Both of them are trial division. I have Jesus Hernandez. I'll need to confer with Morris Sanders. And then I have Gregory Morrison. I'll need to confer with Tom.
Say Gregory Morrison.
Gregory Morrison, I'll need to talk with Tom. Yes, ma'am. And Jesus Hernandez.
All right. I'll send you to number 6. Veronica Legarata.
Good morning, Judge. I have Joseph Anderson. It's CTD. We're just here to, we applied for PTD. So we're just waiting to get accepted into the program.
All right, Norma, can you check on that for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Johnny Cisneros.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Blake Woolburn, and it's a family violence case, and I would like to speak to Mr. Martin of the ADA, please.
Okay. I'm going to send you to number 7.
Thank you.
You missed out on lucky breakout room number 13. I tell everybody that's a lucky breakout room.
Well, I'll hold out a little bit, Judge.
Okay. All right, Jonathan Chavez.
Hi, Your Honor. I have a Jose Tarubiadis. He has one case, it's a family violence case, and one case, it's a CTD. Oh, the family violence is older.
I'll send you to number 8. Joseph Anderson, you need to remove your cap. All right, Michael Belichick.
Good morning, Judge. I have Jesus Santoyo. He is on Zoom, and that is a drug case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 9.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Nathaniel Book.
I'm a defendant, Your Honor.
Ah,
I'm present for him. He's criminal trial division.
well, just give us a moment. I had no idea he was a defendant. You know, everyone knows I watch a lot of movies. If he were a librarian, can you imagine his last name is Book and he works in the library, like from Seinfeld? Okay, nobody gets that. All right. Sean Hendrickson, you have Frank Mathis.
I do, and you just spoke. I guess on the other attorney who was on his case. You spoke with, I guess, John Perez earlier, and it looks like you're sending me to a breakout room, so I'll go there.
Yes, I'm sending you to number 10.
Thank you.
I mean, Pat Hancock, you know Sally Justice. Sally Justice, her last name is Justice, and she's a defense attorney. What are the odds? Sylvia Cavazos.
Good morning, Judge. If I could have breakout room, I have conferred with Mr. Garcia, or Joe Ray Garcia, and we're gonna just touch base.
What is your client's name?
Sorry, it's Landon Ventura, and he is family violence.
All right, I'm gonna send you to breakout room.
I'm pulling over, Judge.
Oh,
Yes.
no problem. I'm gonna send you to number 11.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Pat Hancock.
I was laughing at your jokes. I think I was muted, but
Thank you, Pat. See, you know
they
what?
were funny.
There are so many young people who don't watch TV anymore, or they don't know about the old shows, but
Everybody should go back and watch Seinfeld, Judge.
and Beretta. All right.
Judge, I've got Tessus Mendoza murder case. I've been conferring with Tom on it. So if you can put me in line to see him, and it's a regular criminal trial division, and he's in custody.
All right, I'll see you to breakout room number 12. You were so close to number 13, Pat.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
All right, Jesus Lopez.
Yes, here on Nathaniel Book, criminal trial division.
All right, I'll send you to lucky breakout room number 13.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is David. Can you make me a copy, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Norma, any update on Joseph Anderson and PTD?
Judge, they don't answer. I'm trying to send them an email.
All right, thank you. Ms. Legarata, just give us a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Jay Norton, coming in from the beaches.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
How are you?
All right.
I'm here on James Terry.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It is criminal trial.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 14.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And somebody just came in under Rod or something, Attorney Rod. Who is that?
Albert Rodriguez, attorney. Bexar.
Ah, okay.
County Court 9 wanted me to change and put attorney on it so she
okay,
could
that's-
identify me.
All right. Who do you
I have Joe Escobedo, 2020 CR 5029, and it's a family case.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 17. Oh, I'm so sorry. Jay Norton,
Yes, ma'am.
have you, for some
I
reason,
don't
let me
have
see,
the.
it didn't pop up for some reason. Let me see what's going on. Okay, has
Yep.
it happened now?
Yes, ma'am.
And then let me try to find you. Rodriguez, let me see.
Yes.
All right, so you should be there. In 17. All right, Matthew Allen.
Yes, Judge, I have Noah Nellum. It's a family violence case.
I'm going to send you to number 18. Bobby Gibbia.
Good morning, Judge. I have two clients with you today. Mike Moreno is family violence and Hanan Gandara is CTD.
All right, I'm going to need some spelling on the last one.
Sure. Gandara, Gandara.
And that's CTD.
That is correct.
All right, I'll send you to number 19.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
Yes.
on Joe Escobedo, I think it's going to be just an SBI, so I think it's going to be a CRT.
Let me look it up on the system. Just wait here for 1 second. Let me see
Okay.
where he is on the docket. Yes, it is CTE. So let me just rename you.
Okay.
And then if you'll go back to your breakout room, which is 17, and a prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I just sent you a chat.
All righty. All right, so Veronica, on your client, we're still having no contact from the people in pretrial diversion. So has all the paperwork been filled out?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Norma, can we just do maybe a 30-day reset?
Yes, ma'am. They can come back on, I will bring them back on February 14th.
February?
Norma, no, not February.
I mean, September 14th. Sorry.
All right, we'll see you September 14th.
May my client and I be excused, Judge?
Yes. Jose Tarubiadis, are you feeling okay? You can unmute yourself, please.
My bad.
Now, are you feeling okay?
In my face, I'm trying to like lean down a bit.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure that you're okay.
No, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't want to lean down because I didn't want to look like I was driving. I was like, oh man, I just didn't want to have the sun in my face.
Oh, no problem. I'm like, I hope you're not driving and leaning down, but we're good. All right. Andrew Froelich.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. At least that's what they're telling me.
I mean, I trust them.
Okay. Who do you have?
I do have Mr. John Guajardo. Guajardo, State Prosecutor.
All right. And is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence, Your Honor.
All right. I am going to send you to breakout room number 20.
20. That's a lot of breakout.
Yeah. Nathaniel Navy, you're back.
Yes, Judge, I am. This was on Tyron Shepard. Still waiting. I did confer with the state about a number of things on this case, but we're still waiting to see, I guess, get an answer on if that evaluation for sure has been done, and if so, if we're just waiting on the report.
Well, do you know if an evaluation has been done on Mr. Shepard?
No, it has not been done.
All right, do we have a time frame?
They don't have anything showing in the system that one has been requested. Just that they need a motion to be filed.
All right, Norma, can you file a motion for this to be expedited, please? Just file a motion through the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And even though I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just checking to see if your client is on here. Mr. Shepard?
Yes, he's in custody, Judge, so he should be on here.
I'm just trying to find him on the screen. There are like 60 people maybe on the screen right now, 60 or
He's
more.
supposed to be on by 9:30, Judge.
No, I see where his name is listed. I'm just trying to find him on the screen.
Okay.
Is his chair empty?
I don't see him because I don't have him down as a chair number yet. So they haven't brought him out yet, Judge. I don't see him.
All right. Mr. Shepard, I have him down as a chair number. Hannah Gandara.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that people have a lot to do. I know that women multitask a lot, but this is not the time to be doing laundry and folding clothes. So let me ask you this question, and I want you to internalize it and think about it. If you were in the 187 District Court physically right now, would you be folding clothes? Is that something you would be able to do?
No, ma'am.
So we should not be doing it on Zoom. Does everyone understand? Whatever you're doing on this Zoom, if you cannot do it if you were physically in the 187 District Court, you can't do it on this Zoom screen. So I understand people are like, oh, this is great. I can do my laundry. I can feed the children. I can work construction. That's a no. So that's the last announcement I'm giving everyone, because we're all adults here, because this is an adult court. If I see anyone else doing anything inappropriately on this Zoom screen, your Thursday is probably going to turn into a Monday for you. You're going to have to come down to the 187 District Court at 300 De La Rosa, which means either you're going to be paying via, paying an Uber, paying a Lyft, or paying for parking.
All right. You hear? They're gonna be talking
Hi,
to you just a
Mr.
second, okay?
Shepard.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Shepard. We're trying to get your evaluation done. So I'm asking the court coordinator to have that expedited for us, okay?
Roger. Okay, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Navy, do you need to speak with Mr. Shepard?
That would be great, Judge. But yes, if we could just get a reset so that can be completed. I've also spoken I'm sorry, to John Herman with the Veterans Court, just to see if there's any possibility with that.
All right. Well, here's the problem. For some reason, I have no idea why, Veterans Treatment Court will not consider anyone in custody.
Okay.
So that's where we are.
I'll call them and see if that's an issue. It is, but I'll just call just to ask.
Let me ask you, so are there maybe substance abuse issues along with mental health issues?
None that I'm aware of, Judge.
Because if that's a combination of the two, then he may be better suited for felony drug court. And I know felony drug court would evaluate him like as soon as possible.
I don't have any reason to feel that there's a need to proceed through the drug court route at this point, Judge.
Okay. All right, Norma, can I get a reset date, please?
Yes, Judge, I can do September 23rd.
All right, we're going to come back on September 23rd, and we're going to make sure that that motion for a competency evaluation is filed and it's expedited.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And yes, if I could meet in a breakout room with Shepard.
Yes. And when you finish with him, if you'll just let us know so that we can send him back.
Yes, Judge, I will.
All right, Mr. Shepard, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney, and that's going to be breakout room number 3. All right, Rusty Geyer.
Good morning, Judge. I'm sorry I'm late. I have Mr. Madrone, and I believe we're ready to announce for a trial.
All right, what's the full name?
James Madrone.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
I believe it is criminal trial division.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room 21.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And everyone, just give me a moment, please. Renee, Rebecca, do you see what page Mr. Shepard is listed on?
He was on page 9.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Michael Valachek.
Judge, I'm back from breakout room on Jesus, and I believe it's pronounced Santoyo, but it's T-O-L-L-O. It appears there's some more police reports for discovery floating around out there that need to be uploaded and I need to look at.
All right, Norma, on Jesus Santoyo, can I get a 30-day reset, please? And is your client on Zoom?
Jesus? Yes, he is, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Norma, can I get a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. We can do, I can do the 16th of September, Judge.
All right, we'll be back on December 16th. You and your client are excused.
I'm sorry, Judge, when?
I'm sorry, September 16th.
September 16th.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Would I still just keep on checking into my bondsman then until that date?
You need to talk to your attorney about that, but yes, you need to check in with your bondsman.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And Hannah Gandara,
I'll call you.
Show your video.
All right, then, sir.
All right, both you are excused. All right, Jesus Lopez, you're back.
Yes, I am. I've conferred with the state. There's been a recent upload of a video that we're waiting on. And so I need an opportunity to review the video with my client. And then I think we can resolve the case after that.
All right, Norma, on Nathaniel Book, will you recall this in 2 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am. They can come back on the 30th, August 30th.
All right, we will see you back on August 30th. Mr. Book, you and your attorney are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Everyone, just give me a moment.
Bottom of page 4.
You knew I was looking. Thank you. Pat Hancock, you're back.
Judge Tom and Pat back from Breakout Room 12 on Jesus Mendoza. We are at the phase where the court is wanting me to convey an offer to the defense. Because I've been out of the office, I have not had the conversation with the deceased's mother yet about that. We've talked about the process generally, but not that nuts and bolts conversation. So if I could ask for a reset, I'm going to get that done off docket and I will convey that to Mr. Hancock. I'm just not prepared to do it right now.
All right, Norma.
And I don't want to rush it.
Okay, Norma, on Jesus Mendoza, could you give him a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am, on the 23rd.
Thank you, Judge. May I be
September
excused?
23rd. Well, your client is probably on the Zoom screen.
Yeah. Judge, could you put me on a breakout room with him maybe, or?
Yes, Jesus Mendoza, could you raise your hand for me, please? All right, Mr. Mendoza, your case is going to come back on September 23rd. I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. He was in breakout room number 12. So if you'll go to number 12, and Mr. Hancock, if you can bring your client back into the main room when you finish speaking with him, please.
Okay, and then we can leave, Judge, after that? Do we need to check in?
Yes, but we need to excuse him from the main room.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Jonathan Pettis, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I got Brian Pinkney.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's criminal trial division, Your Honor. And I'm just asking to be placed with my client in a breakout room.
All right, I will send you to breakout room number 2.
Okay.
Ed Bartholomew.
Yes, I need to talk to the state if I could on Mr. McGarity.
Is it family violence or
Yes,
criminal
ma'am.
trial division?
Family violence. How are you this morning, Judge?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's Thursday.
Amen.
I mean, tomorrow is Friday. All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 22.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else back from breakout rooms? All right, Jocelyn Andrews.
Judge, she stepped away for a little bit. She'll be right back.
No, she just came back.
Is that me, Judge?
Yes, yes.
I'm waiting on an offer from Tom, and
okay,
then we'll go from there.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. I'll send you to number 9.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else back from a breakout room? Yes, Mendoza. Norma, I believe Mr. Mendoza, can you let them know he can go back? He's 14-0.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Mendoza.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, James Madrone, I believe his name, is in the courtroom, and I've been conferring with Rusty Geyer, who's in a breakout room. So I don't know if it's possible to put the courtroom.
Yes. To the courtroom, if you could go to breakout room number 21, please. Rusty Gower, I sent you to breakout room. If you'll go back to 21, your client will meet you there. Mr. Geyer, your client is waiting for you in breakout room number 21.
Is there has to be something I punch?
Oh, no. If you go to the bottom of your screen,
Yes.
then it will show that you can go there.
All right.
I tell you what, let me do this. I'm just going to move you from 21 and I'll move you to number 23.
Okay. Thank you.
And that should be easier to pop up. So you can.
Great. That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and if everyone will just give me one moment, please. All right, everyone, sorry about the wait. Sometimes people still think I'm presiding. So Brenda, people are still coming. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you're back on Mr. Escobedo.
Yes, and he wants to go to trial. I'll discuss this with Marcus, and he's asking for November 1st.
All right, did you all clear that with the court coordinator?
No, we haven't.
Yes, Judge, we did.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go on the record on Escobedo. Where is your client? Is your client on bond or in? Well,
He's in custody, Your Honor.
all right, Mr. Escobedo.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. All right, the court is going to call 2020 CR 5029, State of Texas versus Joe Escobedo. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense?
Alberto Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Escobedo?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Judge.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Escobedo, do you have any objections to this hearing taking place by video?
No, ma'am.
All right. State, have you tendered an offer to the defense?
Yes, Judge.
And defense, is your client rejecting that offer?
He is rejecting it, Your Honor.
Mr. Escobedo, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense, have you received all the discovery?
I have not yet, Your Honor. I'm in the process of getting it now.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. If you haven't received all the discovery, has your client reviewed all the discovery?
No, he hasn't. I haven't downloaded it all.
All right. So this is what is going to happen. We're going to reset this for discovery to make sure that you received all discovery. What I want to do is I want to make sure that your client has had a chance to review everything before he makes a decision about his life on information that he hasn't received yet.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we are going to recall this. State, has all the discovery been uploaded or no?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So I'm going to recall this. We're going to recall this in 30 days, Mr. Escobedo. So
Yes.
in 30 days, this is what the court expects to happen. I'm expecting for the defense to have uploaded or downloaded all of the discovery, reviewed that discovery with you. And after you've reviewed that discovery, when you come back on the date that I'm going to receive, you need to let the court know whether you're accepting the state's offer or rejecting it. Do you understand, Mr. Escobedo?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Ms. Ferguson, on Mr. Escobedo, can we have a reset date? Give them a 30-day reset.
Yes, ma'am. They can come back on September 10th for discovery.
All right. We're going to come back on September 10th. Actually, Norma, can you do it a little later than that? Because the state has said they've already uploaded all the discovery. Defense counsel just needs to download that, talk to his client about it. So if you can give them a later date in September, and that's going to be their plea deadline date.
I can do the 24th.
All right. So September 24th, is that enough time for you, Mr. Rodriguez?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Escobedo, September 24th is going to be your plea deadline date. What that means is on that date, when you come back, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting or rejecting the state's offer. On that date, well, after that date, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so if you decide to enter a plea after that date, the court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. All right, is there anything else from either side?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Nothing from state.
All right, thank you. Then Mr. Escobedo, we're going to send you back. Norma, can you let them know that 14N can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And then Norma, someone was having trouble with breakout room number 11. I don't know what that's about.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, it looks like they're having trouble that the jail sending people to the breakout room.
Okay, all right. We'll see what's going on. Jay Norton?
Yes, ma'am. We are back. I've conferred with Marcus. He's given us a plea offer. We'd asked just for a little bit of time so I can discuss with Mr. Terry the entire situation. He is present. We've spoke briefly today, but I think we need a little more time.
All right, where is James Terry?
He is present on the Zoom. There he is.
All right, Mr. Terry,
right
if you can
here,
say something, please.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
Oh, thank you. It's, if only everyone could see what I see. I have like 80 people on the Zoom screen. So unless you speak up, I can't see you on the screen. You may be on a different page. I actually have 4 pages of people now.
Okay.
So Norma, on Mr. Terry, they're going to need a plea deadline date. So can you recall this? How much time do you need, Mr. Norton?
I would say 30 days would be more than enough.
All right, Norma, can you recall this for 30 days?
Yes, ma'am. I can do the 16th.
All right, so what that means, Mr. Terry, is that is the last day the court will accept any plea bargain agreements. Defense, you've received all the discovery?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am.
All right, then we'll see you back on September 16th. If there's nothing else you have, then you both are excused.
Okay, thank you.
I apologize. I couldn't hear it locked up on me.
Now, your plea deadline date is going to be September 16th, so you'll need to be back on Zoom on September 16th.
Yes.
After September 16th, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreement.
Okay.
All right, thank you. You and your attorney are excused.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
All right.
may I-
Yes,
may I
Mr.
approach?
Johnny Cisneros, yes.
Your Honor, I need a reset, please, to do a little bit of housekeeping. I spoke to Mr. Martin and we both agreed to what I need to do, please.
Okay. And how much time are you requesting?
30 days would be sufficient, Judge. Any Saturday, Sunday, or holiday is fine.
So what is going to be the disposition of this case?
Well, we don't know yet, but for sure, one of two things, either trial or dismissal. and that's part of the housekeeping things that I need to do to maybe expedite, hopefully, a dismissal.
All right, Norma, on Woolburn,
Yes, ma'am.
can you recall this for 30 days? And on that date, Mr. Cisneros, something's going to happen. Either there is going to be a jury trial date given, but something will happen on that date because that's going to be the court's final plea deadline date.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I can do the 16th, Judge.
All right, September 16th. Blake Woolburn, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you need to be back on Zoom September 16th.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is your plea deadline date. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and defense, have you received all the discovery?
I believe that I have, Your Honor.
All right, then both you and your client are excused.
Thank you, and everybody stay
Thank you, ma'am.
safe and healthy.
All right, thank you. You two have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I've conferred with the state. I've conferred with Mr. McGarity. We were coming back to determine whether or not I would be withdrawing because of a conflict, and I believe he's going to want a trial, and there is a conflict. So,
All right, just give me one moment. Cornelius Cox. He is becoming the Nathaniel Navy of the 187th. He's here every day now.
Well, Judge, I was in the neighborhood. I just came to pay homage. So, I come into a real court and then I go to other places.
Who do you have?
No, I don't have anybody, Judge. I was just in the neighborhood.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, I'm good one, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Rusty Geyer.
All right, I have conferred with my client, and I need to talk to Meredith, and I believe we will want to be in a trial. We'll want a trial on both cases.
All right, so I'm going to send you, let me see what breakout room you were in. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. And Meredith, if you could go to breakout room number 1 and confer with Ms. Ferguson on the trial date. And then Ed Bartholomew on McGarity. Let me pull that file. And Ed, are you hired on this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. McGarity, where are you? You need to unmute, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Are you going to be able to afford to hire another attorney if Mr. Bartholomew is allowed to withdraw?
Well, it's like kind of yes and no. It depends. I mean, how long the court date is, or
All right, just give us a moment. To the clerks, could I have the motions to withdraw that Mr. Bartholomew filed on Chris McGarity, please?
I don't think I filed one, Judge.
Oh, well, I need a motion to
No,
withdraw.
I think we came to the court, Your Honor, to decide if we were going to do that.
Okay, I need a motion filed, Mr. Bartholomew.
I'll be happy to file it, Judge, and I'll talk with my client as well.
Okay, so what we'll do is if you file the motion and we'll come back. Norman, do we have anything set for this afternoon?
I'll be tied up in Scurry County this afternoon, Your Honor, for sure. But
Well, we
Judge,
can recall it for tomorrow.
that's fine, Your Honor. That's not a problem. I'll get it in today and I'll talk with Chris.
Norma, are we able to recall this for tomorrow?
If not, we can do it Monday.
All right, we're recalling it for tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on Friday the 13th.
And I'll call, can Mr. McGarity be excused and I'll call him, Judge.
Yes, and could you make sure you speak to him regarding whether or not he needs
I will,
a appointed attorney or not?
Yeah, I will, Judge.
All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, see you on Friday the 13th.
All right, Chris, call me.
Okay.
All right, Roland Garcia.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
I conferred with the state and with my client, Judge. This is a case where I guess the last setting we had a Brady motion heard. You denied the Brady motion, but ordered the state to inspect their files and that you would conduct an in-camera review of whatever they looked at upon my request. And so I'm requesting that at this time.
All right, just give me a moment because family violence is not on the Zoom. They're in a breakout room. So just give me one moment. Glenn Payne, who do you have?
Jason Meager, Your Honor. He's in custody. He still wants a trial.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial.
All right. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 7.
Okay.
All right, Ron Ross.
Judge, I want to come back and report on you, Jesus Hernandez. I talked with Hunter Morris. My understanding is that Marcus Sanders is going to be handling this case. Here's the situation. I was appointed in court at the end of May, so I've had June and July. I've obtained the evidence. We were here last about a month ago. I told you that I needed to talk to my client. Unfortunately, last month I did not have a chance to actually have a meeting with him to go over the evidence. There has been an offer. I think the offer is too high considering the circumstances, but I need to talk to my client. But what I've suggested to Hunter is I'm going to meet with my client. Hopefully, I'm going to meet him tomorrow. I will get back to him or Marcus probably next week and kind of tell them where we are and see if we can work something out here and work a resolution on this. So I need a little bit more time, maybe a couple of weeks or something here before we have any kind of deadlines for plea bargains. Then,
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall you in 30 days, and that 30-day reset is going to be your plea deadline date, okay?
that's fair enough. Fair
All
enough.
right, September 14th.
Okay, and now I've also got to go back. I've got to talk to Tom on Greg Morrison.
All right, Mr. Jesus Hernandez, you're excused. You'll be back on Zoom on September 14th, okay? All right.
Yeah.
And then,
You mean to go back in? I was in 6, I believe. You mean to go back there or whoever?
yes, and let me just, there you go. All right, Nathaniel, well, before we get to Nathaniel, Raymond Vale. Who do you have?
I have, good morning, Judge. I'm having some issues with this thing. I have Christopher Eland. I don't know if he's appeared. I saw that there was an off bond that was being filed by the bondsman. I know that he's been homeless, and so I've not had much communication with him in several weeks. He was supposed to come and visit with me about the plea offer, but I know that his current living arrangements didn't work out anymore, and he reported to me he was homeless. And so I was hoping he was going to show up today. I don't know if he has,
Well,
if there's a warrant out.
He hasn't shown up yet, but I tell you what, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 9 and we'll see what's going on.
Okay, thank you,
Give
Judge.
everyone till 10:30.
Okay, I appreciate your honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Nathaniel Navy.
Judge, I'm done talking with my client. We already made our announcement. Tyrone Shepard is good to go back. I think he's still actually in breakout room 3.
I mean, Shepard is 16A. All right, Nathaniel, if you'll go to number 1 and just let Norma Ferguson know that 16A can go back.
I will, yes.
All right, and then if you have nothing else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All righty. Let me see. All right, Roland Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm reviewing your motion. And you're saying, Brenna, is there any way you can look, when did we have a hearing on this?
Believe it was on June 15th, according to my calendar.
All right, Norma, Brenna, can you look up June 15th on David Morales? Do you need a cause number?
Yeah, let me look.
I'm sorry, June 11th.
June 11th?
Yes. Well, no, June 11th, according to my docket sheet, it says recall June 15th.
Okay, good.
So it will be June 15th. And on June 15th, the court ordered the state to tender all Brady to defense, which the state will. So that's what I have in my notes, that I ordered the state to tender all Brady. And I believe the state said they didn't have any, I guess, more Brady or any Brady to tender.
Correct, but there were some specific items that we were asking for, which the state was of the opinion was not Brady. I was of the opinion that it was Brady. And you said that you would review it upon request in camera and make a determination.
Okay, I just don't recall the part about my agreeing to review it in camera, but I will be more than happy to review it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be reviewing because I don't have the notes on the docket sheet, but Brenda's going to pull the record and she'll let me know what I ordered.
I'll look it up, Judge.
Thank you. Andrew Froelich.
That's me, Judge. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Friday the 13th, but you know, even though it's Friday the 13th, Fridays are what you make them.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So John
Guajardo?
Gallardo, what are
Yeah,
we doing?
let me talk to my client if you don't mind, Judge. I think it's going to be a reset. But I just want to talk to my client before we do that. I'm
All right, Mr. Gallardo.
97% sure it's a reset.
Well, I mean, let's not put that in the universe. Mr. Gallardo, I'm going to send you breakout room number 20.
Okay.
Mr.
Yes,
Froelich,
yes.
if you'll go back to
Intro.
20, please.
That was one of the
20, got it.
All right, anyone else ready? Sylvia Cavazos on Land of Ventura.
Yes, Judge. Hi. Okay, so I conferred with the prosecutor, Mr. Garcia.
Sylvia, I'm so sorry I've lost you. I'm not getting any sound.
You're not getting sound right now?
Okay. Yes, I got it now.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I conferred with Mr. Garcia, and then he relayed an offer. So then I was conferring with my client. Then his phone got disconnected. So then I went to the main room to see if we could go back in the breakout room because he didn't give me an answer. We were discussing the case.
Okay.
And so if we could go back, but I've been looking and I don't see him back on. He got on temporarily.
Yes, he's on. I'm going to send you to
okay, great.
breakout room number 2. Mr. Ventura, could you go to breakout room number 2 for me, please?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Bobby Gibbia.
I conferred on both of my cases. Start with Mr. Moreno.
Just one second, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right, so
I conferred with David Martin on Mike Moreno. That is a family violence case, and both sides appear to be ready for trial, so we'll just need a trial date on that one.
Okay.
Should anything come up, I will contact David, and if we need judicial intervention, we will contact the court.
All right, so before we move on to your next case, let me send you to breakout room number 1. Ms. Ferguson is in number 1. And if someone from family violence join Mr. Gebbia in 1, and they will give you a trial date, and we'll come back and put it on the record.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Let me see. All right, and then we have Raymond Vale is in number 9 on Christopher Elan. Sean Hendrickson is in number 10 on Frank Mathis. And everyone, just give me one moment. Everyone, just give me a moment. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, Roland Garcia. Brenna has given me the update. And so what I ordered on your case is that the state was to turn over all Brady, and what they did not feel was Brady, then they needed to send it to me for an in-camera inspection. So the state hasn't sent me anything. So what I'm going to do, state, when will you be able to get that to the court?
I can send it to you this morning.
All right, then, Mr. Garcia, we can come back at 2 p.m. on your case, and that will give me a chance over the lunch break to review what the state wants to send me, or either we can come back tomorrow.
I'd rather come back tomorrow, Judge.
All right, Mr. Morales. Let me see, just 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Morales, we're going to come back on Friday, the 13th. The state is going to send me documents that they believe is not Brady. I'm going to review that and make a decision on that, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So you are 14H. Just give me a moment. Let me let is there a deputy in the room with you or no? Can you just let him know that, Mr. Morales, can you let him know that we're done with you today and that you're excused? All right. All right, so we'll come back on Friday the 13th. And I'll have a decision for you then, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. All right, Bobby Gibbia, on your case, do you have a jury trial setting?
Yes, we do, Judge. November the 17th.
All right, and that's for Mike Marino?
Yes, it is.
All right, we're going to go on the record with that. Is there any prosecutor available to go on the record for a jury trial date? You said November 17th?
Yes, Judge. Yes. I can step in, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I can.
All right, look, we have so many people who are here.
Judge. It's Andrew Frederick. Can I jump in?
Just give me one moment. keeps, Brenda, something crazy is happening with the Zoom. Okay, let me try this again. Nobody touch anything. Nobody. There we go. Something's crazy happening. All right, Brenda, we're gonna have to do it old school. I don't know if there's some old school for Zoom. Okay, who is messing with the?
It let me add a judge.
I'm sorry, what?
It let me add the two of you.
All right, well, for some reason it keeps, let me do this.
Oh, check.
All right, I'm gonna try it again to see what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we may have it, we may have it. Brenda, I shouldn't say that too quickly, right? All right, who's the prosecutor on this? David Martin? And your client is Mr. Marino? All right, the court is going to call 2019 CR 10962, State of Texas versus Mike Anthony Marino. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Robert Gebbia.
Thank you. And are you Mike Marino? Are you Mike Marino?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, we have.
State, did you tender an offer?
Yes, we did.
And defense, is your client rejecting the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Marino, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
State and defense, have you had an opportunity to confer on a jury trial date?
Yes, we have.
And what date will that be?
November the 17th.
All right, state, do you have any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No objection.
Defense, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No objection.
Mr. Marino, any objection to to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Marino, your plea deadline dates have expired. What that means is that the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements in this case. If you decide to enter a plea, it will be open to the court. Your jury trial date will be November 17th in the 187 District Court. In case you are released on bond, the 187 District Court is located at 300 De La Rosa. You'll need to be in this court on November 17th at 9 a.m. If you're still in custody, you will be brought over from the jail dressed for trial. Do you understand, Mr. Marino?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, when is your jury trial date?
November 17th,
And where do you need to be on November 17th?
here at the courthouse, 107.
Which court?
107 or 187?
Yes. All right, Mr. Marino, we will see you then. Is there a deputy in the room with you or no?
There should be. I'll find one.
All right, just remain in the room until we excuse you. Ms. Ferguson, I see you're out of the breakout room. Could you let them know that 14F can go back, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Mr. Gebbia, I know you have another case with us. Just give me one moment. Rusty Geyer.
Yes, Your Honor. We are ready to go to trial November 17th.
Just one moment. To the courtroom. Is Mr. Madrone in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, could you have him come forward, please? All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 1887A, 2021 CR 2437, and 2021 CR 2438, State of Texas versus James Madrone. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
For the defense?
Ronald Geyer for Mr. Madrone, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Madrone?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. The court will note for the record that the defendant, James Madrone, is however in the courtroom. Any objection with us proceeding by video, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Madrone, any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
Right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in each of these cases?
Oh, yes, I have, Your Honor.
And has the state tendered an offer to you?
They have, Your Honor.
And Mr. Madrone, are you rejecting the offer in each of these cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking for a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State and defense, have you had an opportunity to confer on a jury trial date?
Yes, Judge.
My understanding is that both parties have agreed on a November 17th jury trial date. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
State, any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Madrone, any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No.
All right, then, Mr. Madrone, what will end up happening is on November 17th at 9 a.m., you need to appear in the 187 District Court and you need to be dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, when is your jury trial date?
November 24th.
No, November 17th.
November 17th.
All right, so when is your, thanks, Brenda. So when is your jury trial date?
November 17th.
At what time?
9.
All right, we're gonna make sure you get a reset form, but you'll need to be here on November 17th at 9 a.m. and you'll need to be dressed for jury trial. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing else from either side, then we'll close the record. And Mr. Madrone, if you'll stay in court until you receive your setting form. All right, and Mr. Madrone, your plea deadline date has expired. If you decide to enter into an agreement, the court will not accept it. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then just remain in the courtroom till you get your reset form. And Mr. Geyer, if you don't have anyone else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Everyone, just give me a moment. Let me find him on the docket.
Page 4.
Thank you. All right, who else conferred on a jury trial date?
Hey, Judge. Mr. Pettis.
Who?
John Pettis for Mr. Vincent Hutniak,
Okay.
everyone's favorite person to pronounce.
All right, where's your client? Is he in
He's
the
in,
courtroom?
he's in the courtroom.
All right, to the courtroom. If you could have Mr. Hutniak come forward, please.
See, Meredith, she said it right.
That's impressive. I could not.
Okay, here's the thing. Now you've jinxed it. That's the one and only time I'm going to say it correctly, and it wasn't even on the record. That hurts me. All right, well, before we go on the record, what date have you all conferred on?
November 17th, Judge.
Okay. Court is calling 2019 CR 10470, State of Texas versus Vincent Byron Hutniak. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
John Pettis for defense.
And are you Mr. Hutniak?
Yes, I am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Hutniak, I'll note for the record that you are in the courtroom, but do you have any objections to this taking place by video?
No.
All right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Judge.
State, did you tender an offer to the defense?
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Perez, has your client rejected that offer?
We have, Judge.
Mr. Hutniak, are you requesting a jury trial or a bench
Yes.
trial?
Jury trial.
My understanding, both parties had a chance to confer on a jury trial date. That jury trial date will be November 17th. Any objections as November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
Mr. Hutniak, any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No.
All right. Then
No
Mr.
objection.
Thank you. Mr. Hutniak, what's going to end up happening? You will need to appear in the 187 District Court at 9 a.m. on November 17th, and you'll need to be dressed for jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So what date do you need to appear in court?
November 17th,
What time?
9 a.m.,
And which courtroom?
187th.
All right. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. So if you decide to plea, it will have to be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right, with that, we'll close the record. I don't want to speak of age, Brenna, but it seems that older people remember dates better than younger people. I'm just throwing that out there. All right, so Mr. Hutniak, they're going to give you a reset form, and after you receive that reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You have Frank Mathis.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. The young memory. It's the young memory. I
See, there
forgot.
you go. All right, so I'm going to remove you from number 1, and I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4 on Mr. Matthews. But before you go, I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews. Mathis. Yeah. Before you go, let me remove Mr. Hutniak from your name so they'll know. All right, and then if you will go there.
Just to remind you, this was a motion to withdraw as well as.
Yes, I still require everyone to confer with the state, and then,
Okay.
yes, I'm sure they're not going to have any problems with it.
I'm sure. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Anyone else who had a trial date?
Judge, I have a Jace Meager and we've conferred.
All right, just 1 second. Anyone else who's conferred on a jury trial date? All right. Okay, who was saying Jason Meager? Yes, Glenn Payne.
It's Glenn Payne, Judge, and I don't see Mr. Meager on the deal. I talked to him yesterday. He still wants a trial, but
Well, I give everyone till, well, it is 10:30. Is there a, yes?
Judge, he's in custody. He's been in custody since January.
He
The
should be
PR
here.
bond people,
I saw him on here.
Yes, he's here on the Zoom screen. Have you spoken to him yet?
no.
All right, Mr. Meager, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. And Glenn Payne, what breakout room were you in?
7.
All right, Mr. Meager, if you could go to breakout room number 7, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
And you need to show your video, Mr. Meager. All right, Bobby Gibbia, you're now back on Gandara.
I am. I've conferred with Mr. Tom Nisbet. We are close to working out a plea deal. I suspect that this case will be resolved via a plea. Tom needs to do a little more investigation, talk to his witnesses. We're asking for a short reset, 2 to 3 weeks for him to accomplish that.
All right, Norma, on Miss Gandara, can you give them a month reset? Is that enough time for everyone?
I suspect it'll be plenty of time.
I can do the 16th, Judge.
All right, we'll be back on September 16th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms.
You're
Gandara, you
welcome.
can log off. We'll be in contact.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Gebbia, I'll make the 16th as the plea deadline date. Have you received all the discovery?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Finish the laundry now. You can do it.
Oh, yes. And the little one has a list of activities for me to do already. Have a great
Well, you know what?
weekend.
I find that children make the most laundry. For little
do.
people, they have a lot of laundry, but
They
oh well.
sure do. You're talking about like 4 pieces of clothes,
3 to 4 times a day. It's a lot. But I hope you all have a blessed weekend. Take care. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You too.
May I approach, Judge?
Who is saying they want to approach?
Attorney Raymond Vale, Judge. I was just trying to give
Yes.
you an update on Mr. Elon. I visited with Mr. Sanders about the case.
Yes.
It does appear he is a fugitive, Judge. The off bonds were granted. And unless he's appeared this morning, I'll just have to wait for him to get picked up. I do have plea offers on the table, but again, I have no communication with him. So as soon as he makes contact with me or he gets picked up, then I will be happy to visit with him.
All right. Is there a Mr. Elon? I don't see Elon on the Zoom screen. Deputy Laura, is there an Elon in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, he is not.
Okay. Norma, can you give this? Does he have a bond set in the system for him? I know the bondsman did an affidavit of surety surrender, but does he have an actual bond set?
I'm sorry, Judge, on which case are we talking? I just came back from a breakout room.
Christopher Elon.
I have him listed as a fugitive, Judge, on all 3 cases. And there's.
Okay, so there's no bond set.
No.
Okay. All right, then. We will see you. You're excused. We'll see you when your client is in custody.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get back with you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
He says, I'm going to make an effort to get home. He vehemently denies making a vulgar gesture.
Just 1 second. Let me give this to you. Thank you. All right, Sean Sheffield, who do you have?
Your Honor, I have Casares, and I was hoping
What's the first
to
name?
Maribel.
But as you can see from the PSI, granted he has a long criminal history, a lot of old cases.
Criminal Trial Division of Family
He's
Violence.
not a young man.
Criminal Trial Division of Family Violence.
It's criminal trial, Judge.
Sorry, Judge, I was on mute. Sorry about that. Criminal Trial
No
Division,
problem.
Your Honor. And I've
All
been
right.
speaking to Meredith.
I'll send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else you want me to hear from her? I know.
All right. Let me see. Norma, can you make sure that Eddie Brovenick comes in for Miss Phillips?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Sean Hendrickson, are you going to represent Frank Mathis on all of his cases?
I will. So I'll file a notice of appearance on the other case. On the one case I'm not representing him on right now today, Your Honor.
Okay. So let me find your motion to withdraw, Mr. Pettis. Did you file a motion to withdraw, John?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, I have it. All right, so that has been granted. So you are excused. You're no longer on that case.
There's also the matter of the affidavit of surrender on that case. We are the bondsman as well as the attorney, but since we're not gonna be attorney,
I would be willing to hear that. However, I'm looking through my file and I don't have that motion.
I'm seeing in my system as having been e-filed on July 13th.
All right, to the clerks,
Yes, Judge.
did you see if you have the motion on Frank Mathis affidavit to surrender surety? They're going to look for it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Andrew Froelich.
Hi, Judge.
Yes.
We have conferred on that one. I talked to my client a little bit, but honestly, it's pretty difficult to hear him. So I have a jail visit scheduled for Tuesday with Mr. Wahar to discuss the case. As of right now, if I said conservatively, maybe 100 jail phone calls I have to go through have been provided by the state. And Mr. Garcia is looking for the 911 call, which would be also helpful. So we'd ask for a reset at this time.
All right. So you don't have all the discovery, or you do have all the discovery?
I know that Joey's going to ask for the 911 call and go investigate that. So that would be something we need.
All right. So Norma, on Gallardo, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
To the 16th, Judge, as well.
All right, we'll see you back on September 16th.
September 16th. Thank you, Judge.
Yes. Take that. And Norma 16B can go back.
September 16th.
Yes. All right, Celia Cavazos.
Hi, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Hi.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to stay on the trial docket.
All right, have you conferred with Ms. Ferguson on a trial date?
I have not. I wanted to go through you first and not text or chat with her.
No
as
problem.
instructed. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes, who's the prosecutor you're working with?
It was Mr. Garcia.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 so that
Yes,
you
ma'am.
and Ms. Ferguson can go over a trial date. And then when we come back, I'll put it on the record.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Jonathan Pettis on Brian Pickney.
Hey, Your Honor. I was conferring with Marcus and we are unable to reach an agreement, Judge. I think there's a few things that I need to get him as well, some media documents. I don't believe that there's been a final plea setting date yet, but I just asked for a little time to get him some of these documents.
The plea deadline date is today. That's what I have in my file. Yes.
Okay.
So do you have all the discovery or no?
I've got all the discovery, Judge.
All right, Norma, recall this for the end of this month. And so, Mr. Pettis, I'm going to give you to the end of the month. And then at that time, if your client wants a jury trial, we will schedule you for a jury trial date.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
So Norma, can we put this on at the end of the month?
Yes, ma'am. The 31st?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sounds good, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Matthew Allen.
Yes, Judge. David and I worked out an agreement for Noah Nellum. He's working on the paperwork. Is it okay if I sign off and sign back on? I have to be have an in-person appearance on the 437th at 11.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And Sylvia Cavazos, do you all have a trial date on your client, Mr. Ventura?
Judge, we haven't been able to go into a breakout room yet. I think Norma was busy with someone else. So we could do that still.
Yes. All right. If you'll go to breakout room number 1, please.
1. Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right, Jocelyn Andrews.
I'm here, Judge. I am conferring with Tom. My client is going to plea. I've sent my client's email address to Norma and to Tom. So we're just waiting on paperwork, actually.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I didn't. Whoops. Okay. I'm on it. Sorry about that.
Okay. And Tom, I need to know, are we proceeding on 1 case or 2?
Judge, can you put us in a breakout room?
Yes, let me
Thank
do that. Just give me 1 second. Someone has sent me paperwork to sign very quickly. All right, Jocelyn, I'm going to send you to breakout room. Let me find you. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Got it.
All right, Sean, the court is in receipt of the affidavit to surrender surety on your client, Mr. Mathis. Where's Mr. Mathis?
He's here, Your Honor.
All right, so Sean, I'm going to send you and John in a breakout room to confer, because according to the rules and the law, you have to be notified of this affidavit of surety. And since we did the motion to withdraw first, now he has to let you know that he's asking for a surrender of surety. So I'm going to send you all to breakout room number 3.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Let me find out what, there you are. And then Mr. Meager.
Judge, that's my client, Jason Meager.
Yes, what is happening with Mr. Meager?
Looks like we're gonna need a trial date.
All right, who are you conferring with?
Hunter,
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 to receive a trial date. Then we will come back
thank you,
and put it
Judge.
on the record. All right, everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Pat Montgomery. Pat Montgomery, who do you have?
James Madron, Maddron. I have a case number if you need it, Judge.
No, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial, Your Honor.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
All right, Sean Hendrickson and John Pettis, have you had a chance to confer on the affidavit to surrender surety?
Yes, Judge.
We did, Your Honor.
So,
Your Honor, we're just asking, I guess, I'm not sure how much time. So if John is no longer on the case, I'm not really sure what the options are as far as, I guess, keeping the bond open for a short period of time, whether that's this afternoon or a couple of days, so that my client can arrange for a bond with a bondsman. I don't handle bonds myself, so I can't just hop on right now.
I mean, that's something you would have to discuss with the attorney. That's why I wanted to send you guys to a breakout room to confer, and maybe defense counsel will say, okay, I will stay on the bond for 2 days or.
Yeah, Judge, we did confer about that. I have no problem staying on the bond till this afternoon to give Mr. Matheson time to go to a bondsman and go through the satellite office, return himself in, or whatever him and his bondsman arrange.
Okay, so then what we'll do is, let me see. Let me ask you, defense, do you have any objections, Mr. Perez, to us recalling this for Friday morning?
That's fine.
Is that okay?
I feel like is this being recorded? Because if my boss sees that, I'm gonna get yelled at. But yeah, I think.
Well, you can put it in the chat box.
I'm fine with it.
What I will tell you, if Mr. Perez wants to give your client till Friday, then I will tell you this: at Friday at 9 a.m., I will be signing this order because the motion is in proper form. And you have noticed, your client has noticed.
I'm fine with Friday, Judge. So.
All right, so Friday at 9 a.m., this document will be signed. Does everyone understand, Mr. Hendrickson?
Yes, Your Honor, and that's tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, John.
Thank you, Judge. Will be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
And may I also be excused, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me find Mr. Mathis. What day are we bringing him back? Yes. Have you conferred with the state on Mr. Mathis?
I have conferred with the state, Your Honor. We are still waiting on discovery on his cases.
Okay. And what specifically are you needing?
Judge.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson, if you don't mind. Judge, the only thing I'm seeing discovery are a bunch of videos and a warrant. I haven't actually seen your reports. So I spoke with our investigator. We just requested all the reports for this case. There's a slew of cases. So it's unusual that we don't have any reports, any discovery, but I imagine we're missing more than one item at this point.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you all a 30-day reset to start working towards having all of the discovery. So Norma, Frank Mathis, if we can have a 30-day reset for discovery.
On the 17th, Judge.
All right, we're going to come back on September 17th for discovery.
And Judge, can I double check I'm checking my calendar right now to check. I know that I've got a crazy September. The 17th, I will be actually 17th. Yes, I will be out of town that day, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, can you Zoom? Out of town? It's just for us to see if discovery is here. If not, that's okay.
No, I've got a conference there where I'll be busy all day that day, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, we need another date.
Are you going to be out all that week?
Just the 17th, actually. Any other day I should be able to Zoom.
I can do the 15th.
15th is perfect.
All right, so we'll be back on September 15th. All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And everyone just give me a moment.
Okay.
They simply rejected attorney signature block. And then they say the time is not. So
All right, on Ventura, do you all have excuse me, Brandy Galaxy. Brandy Galaxy, you need to unmute.
I believe that's my client, Your Honor.
All right, so we have a problem with Brandy Galaxy. One, why the red lights flashing in the background? I don't understand that.
I don't see where she is, Judge. Let me,
Oh, no, she's on the screen with red lights flashing in the background. I don't understand what's going on with that, but that needs to be corrected. So have you had a chance to speak with her, Mr. Langlois, or confer with the state?
I'd like to confer with Tom this morning again.
All right, what's your client's last name?
Lehman or Lamont?
Lehman.
All right.
Lehman.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Okay, I met with her this week, Judge, and
All right, I sent you to number 2. All right, and who was the prosecutor on Ventura?
Joe Ray, Judge.
Hi, Judge.
All right, just one second. We are there. Hello. What date, before we go on the record, what date have you all decided for jury trial?
September the 14th is the date that we were given as an
Okay.
option. They both were not great dates, but I had to pick one. So 9/14.
Okay. All right. The court is calling 2021 CR 2712, State of Texas versus Landon Marshall Ventura. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia.
for the defense?
Sylvia Cavazos.
And are you Mr. Ventura?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
None from the state, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
None from the defense, Judge.
Mr. Ventura, do you have any objection with this hearing taking place by video?
No, by video?
Yes, you're on video right now. Do you have any
No,
objections?
ma'am.
All right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
We have, Your Honor.
State, did you tender an offer?
Yes, Judge.
Defense, is your client rejecting that offer?
He is, Your Honor.
Mr. Ventura, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's the court's understanding that you all have agreed to a September 14th jury trial date. Is there any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date, state?
No objections.
Defense, any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Ventura, do you have any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, Mr. Ventura, you'll need to be in court on September 14th at 9 a.m. dressed for trial. It's the 187 District Court. It's located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, when is your jury trial date?
September 14th,
And where do you need to be?
300 De La Rosa,
And which courtroom?
the 187th District.
Okay, well, we can go off the record. Brenna, now he's just uplifted the young people. He remembered it all.
I know.
All right, we can go back on the
I'm
record.
impressed.
Yes. All right, Mr. Ventura, your plea deadline date has expired. What that means is that the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. If you wish to enter a plea, it will have to be open to the court. If jury trials are suspended again, the court coordinator will, of course, reach out to everyone and let you know whether or not you need to appear in person. But no matter what happens, you still will need to appear on September 14th. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll close the record and both of you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks for
Thank you
your
very
Have a nice
patience.
case. Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone, for keeping it a Thursday and not turning it into a Monday. All right, Ron Ross.
Yeah, I just want to make sure Tom has got me on the list to come visit because I have patience, but it's been a couple of hours and I've been waiting.
All right, just one second. Christopher Garza. Christopher Garza, unmute yourself, please.
Good morning, Honor. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Turn on the light. It's like you're in a witness protection program.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's okay.
All
There we
right,
go.
so Mr. Garza, we have an issue.
Yes, ma'am.
And the issue is your screen that you put up. I didn't think that I would have to tell people that you cannot put up a screensaver on with
I noticed.
profanity. Yeah. So what's going to end up happening, Mr. Christopher Garza? You need to appear in the 187 District Court. We're located at 300 De La Rosa. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I do apologize about that. I noticed that was on it. It was from I guess it was a stock video for my Facebook. That's why I took it off and I had tried to fix up the camera, because I do apologize about the picture that popped up.
Oh, no, I appreciate your apology. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the 187th District Court, okay?
When, ma'am?
Today? Yes.
Okay, I'm on an ankle monitor. Let me go ahead and call the pretrial and let them know, and then I can head there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, it's Eddie Bravenick. Maybe
Yes.
heard on my motion to make today a Monday.
No, just give me 1 second. All right.
Ma'am?
Yes, you're excused. You need to come to the 187 District Court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to set you for 2 o'clock, all right?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there momentarily.
Thank you. All right, Ron Ross, you're waiting for Tom?
Yeah, I am. I just want to make sure I'm on the list for him to come see.
All right, I'm going to put you in I'm going to move you up to breakout room number 4. And when Tom, don't go there though until Tom comes into the main room,
Okay.
so that you can let Tom know that you need to see him.
Okay.
All right. Eddie Bravenick, why are you trying to make today a Monday? What's going on?
Judge, I'm trying to harass you because everyone else has been harassing me. Raymond Angelini was my previous judge, and as you know, that can always be entertaining. But just it is. I don't want to make it a Monday. I got 2 clients on the docket. Let me make it as easy as possible. I got Contreras and then Phillips.
Well, let's start with Phillips first.
All right. So I have a motion to reduce her bond. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get in contact with her family. I think I asked for $20,000. I anticipate the state will oppose that.
Well, let's not put that into the universe. Let's talk with the state and see if they're opposed to it.
All right.
And it is criminal trial division, or is it family violence?
It should be criminal trial division. It was Marcus I was dealing with, but I think he's in quarantine.
Okay, let me see. No, Marcus is here. Marcus, could you speak with Eddie on Miss Phillips?
And Judge,
Yes.
I was dealing with Marcus on the other case. I don't know if it was this one. I'm sorry. The brain doesn't seem to be functioning very well.
That's okay. Could someone meet with Eddie on Miss Phillips right away, please? And I'm going to send him to number 7.
Thank you.
And Tom Nesbitt, are you here? Let me see where Tom is. He's still he's in number 2. Just give me a moment, Ron.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Pat Montgomery to number 4, and I'm going to move you to number 3. So go to number 3 and you'll be next in line because you were here before Pat.
Yes, ma'am.
So after Tom finishes in 2, he should see you in number 3. So just wait in number 3. And if Tom comes back to the main room, I'll let him know you're waiting for him.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Yes, Glenn Payne.
Judge, we have a court date on Jason Meager,
All righty.
October 15th.
All right, just give me a moment. Who's the prosecutor on this?
Hunter?
Mr. Meeker, can you unmute? All right. Court is calling 2021 CR 3945, State of Texas versus Jace Meager. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
And more.
for the defense?
Glenn Payne for the defense.
All right, and are you Mr. Meager?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Meager, I'm gonna need you to speak up for me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
None from the state, Judge.
Any objections from the defense?
No objections.
Mr. Meager, do you have any objections with this proceeding by video?
Yeah, because it be glitching and stuff sometimes. And
No, do you have any objections to us talking about your jury trial date right now
no,
on
ma'am,
this
ma'am.
video?
No, ma'am. I apologize. No, ma'am.
No problem. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Judge, I'm sorry. If you asked me a question, I did not hear what it says. There's a lot of background noise.
Have you received all the discovery in this case?
That I'm aware exists, yes, Your Honor.
State, did you tender an offer to defense?
Yes, Judge.
Defense, is your client rejecting that offer?
He has.
Mr. Meager, if you could unmute for me, please. Mr. Meager, are you requesting a jury trial or a bench trial? Do you want 12 people to make a decision on whether you're guilty or not guilty, or do you want the court to do that?
That's not something I spoke with my attorney about. I don't know.
Defense, is he requesting a jury trial or a bench trial?
A jury trial, Your Honor.
That's not something me and him had discussed though. Like I didn't know anything of the difference between them.
All right, so what I'm going to do is, Mr. Meager, I'm going to send you to a breakout room to discuss with your attorney whether or not you want a jury trial or a bench trial.
Judge,
Yes.
I haven't discussed it with the state whether they'd be willing to waive a jury trial.
All right, State, if you can go to breakout room number 1, and Mr. Payne, if you'll go back to breakout room number 1, please. And then, Mr. Meager, I will give you a chance to speak with your attorney. Alfonso Otero.
Yes, Judge, good morning.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I have Mr. Reading. And I already spoke to him. I'd like to speak to Oscar. He's the prosecutor on the case.
All right. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's special crimes unit.
All right, just one moment. Norma, can you see if we can get Oscar in here? Jonathan Chavez on Jose Tarubiadis.
Yes, Your Honor, we just got an offer today. I was going to ask for a short reset to get my client in the office to go over that. It's a to-do offer. I kind of want to sit him down and go over everything with him.
All right, just one moment. All right, Norma on Tarubiadis, could I have a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Let me. They can come back on the 16th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you and your client back on September 16th.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Eduardo Jimenez.
Yes, Judge, I'm here on Roy Ferguson. If I could confer with the prosecution, please.
Criminal trial division or family violence?
I believe it's CTD.
Let me find it. Mr. Tarubiadis, I know I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry. I'm going to work on that. You're coming back on September 16th. So you're excused. You'll be back on Zoom.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. And does anyone see what page Roy Ferguson is
Ferguson?
on? Ah, there we are. All right, it's criminal trial division. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Payne, is the state in agreement to waiving the jury trial or no?
No, Judge.
Okay, we'll go back on the record. All right, we're back on the record in 2021 CR 3945. Mr. Meager, your only option, either you can enter a plea or either you can request a jury trial. The state is not waiving their right for a jury trial. So, Mr. Meager, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state and defense, have you had a chance to confer on a jury trial date?
We have, Your Honor, October 15th.
State, do you have any objections to October 15th as a jury trial day?
None, Judge.
Defense, any objections to October 15th as a jury trial day?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Meager, any objections to October 15th as a jury trial day?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Meager, your jury trial date will take place on October 15th at 9 a.m. in the 187 District Court. You will need to be dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you are released from custody, if you're placed on bond, you will still need to appear for your jury trial date. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, when is your jury trial date?
October 15th,
Which court?
187,
What time?
9 a.m.
All right, if there's nothing else from either party, the court will close the record.
Judge, just briefly, Mr. Meager still shows on bond because he was granted PR bond since January. I didn't know if we could order the clerks to close those bonds or to issue judges warrants just to make sure he's getting all the time he's due. He was placed back in on a blue warrant.
All right, you'll need to file a motion in order to have those bonds removed so that it can be on the record.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, Norma, can you let them know that L7 can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
This is Eddie Bravanek. I was in the breakout room on Phillips and I was waiting for an assistant district attorney. Is there someone that could talk with me, please?
All right, Mr. Bravanek?
Your Honor.
Yes.
So I waited in the breakout room. I had to stare at my face for 5 minutes and no one showed up. So I came
Oh,
back
well,
here.
the breakout rooms are like going to a doctor's appointment. Like you're just in there getting your weight and your blood pressure checked. But they're working their way through the breakout rooms.
Judge, I remember. I'm sorry I had forgotten. I will go back. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Norma, can you check to see if someone from Special Crimes is coming in to speak with Mr. Otero?
Judge, I already sent the link to Oscar. I just don't have his cell number, Judge.
All right, thank you.
I texted him, Judge.
All right, thank
He
you.
hasn't responded.
And Norma, we need Gary Churak, Joe Stenberg, and Brenda, what date did we give a drone?
November 17th.
All right, thank you. You say the 7th or the 17th?
17th.
All right, thank you. All right, Oscar, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Alfonso.
Great, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, let me see. Alfonso, if you can go to breakout room number 9, please.
Yes, Judge.
Judge, can I see you in a breakout room?
All right, Oscar, I made you a co-host, so you should be able to move around. And Norma, I'll see you in breakout room number 1.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Eddie Bravinek. I was able to confer on both my cases. Whenever you have a moment, I'd like to approach, please.
Hey, she's in a breakout room right now.
Thanks.
Eddie, do you want to speak to Phillips while we wait, or?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I would appreciate that.
Send you both to 2.
Thank you.
Marcus, I'm back from the breakout room.
All right, and Tom Nesbitt, Ron Ross said he was waiting for you in number 3 on Gregory Morrison. All right, awesome. All right, Eddie Bravinek, you're back on Ms. Phillips.
Yes, Your Honor. So I conferred with the state actually on both cases, Ms. Phillips and Ms. Contreras. The state has a very reasonable concern with Ms. Phillips. It isn't the amount of money on her bond. It's because of the nature of the offense that she be released to a group home where she'll be secure and safe and under monitoring for her issues. So what I'd ask the court to do is reset this for a month. During that time, I'm going to have Ms. Phillips search for a group home that will take her. Marcus has represented to me that if they do find a group home that will take her, that he won't have an issue with the amount of the bond. In other words, it's not the money, it's the safety of the community. And I have to say, from my perspective, the safety of Ms. Phillips, given her mental condition. So that's my proposed resolution.
All right, Norma, Ms. Phillips, will you reset this for a month? And Mr. Bravinek, if you will get in touch with Mental Health Court, I know they have different homes that they're aware of, and they could probably do an outreach to expedite this.
An excellent suggestion, Your Honor. I will do so. On Mr. Contreras,
just
sorry.
one moment. Norma, what date for Ms. Phillips?
The 17th, Judge?
All right, so we're going to come back on the 17th. Between that time, Ms. Phillips, we're going to see if we can find a placement for you. And we may find a placement for you before the 17th, but I want to put it on the 17th to make sure that we maintain contact and keep track of what's happening in your case. Do you need to speak with Ms. Phillips, Mr. Bravinek?
I would, after I finish the other case, just so she fully understands what I'm doing. Would you allow me to tell you on the other case what's going on? And
yes,
then,
what is happening with Mr. Contreras? Last time we were here, defense attorney to obtain or view a thumb drive. So what's happening with that?
yeah, so I do have the thumb drive. And I'm sorry, I'm forgetting Marcus's last name right now, and I'm so embarrassed. Sanders. Mr. Sanders is, I admittedly just recently dropped it off. He has not yet got it and put the one video on it that I need. He says he'll be able to do that so in the next, I think, couple of days. So I don't know what the court wants to do, but I really do need to watch that video first.
All right, Mr. Robinick, we're going to recall Mr. Contreras. Norma, can you recall this in 3 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am. I can do the week of, September 6th, Eddie.
Okay, I think we're closed on Labor Day, and I try to avoid Mondays. And since Tuesday is a Monday, could you do it maybe Thursday the 9th? Would that be okay?
Yes, I can do the 9th.
Excellent.
All
And
right,
judges-
we will see you back on September 9th. And do you need to speak with both of your clients?
On Mr. Contreras, I don't. On Ms. Phillips, I would like to, please.
Mr. Marco Contreras, could you unmute, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to recall your case back on September 9th. I want to make sure that your attorney has had a chance to review all the documents, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Norma, can you let them know that 14C can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Brenda, not only am I Zooming and looking at all these boxes, I'm still being treated like I've been presiding, so I have people coming in. And then I hear this noise and I was like, are there mice here? No. Norma, they finally have replaced your furniture from the weather we had where everything was soaked to death. So that's being replaced, but the carpet still is not. So I think you're going to have new furniture on damp, moldy carpet. So, but I do appreciate them for getting your furniture, but that's what's happening. All right, Eddie Bravenet.
Your
I'm going to
Honor.
send you to breakout room number 2. And Ms. Phillips, I'll send you to number 2.
Thank you, Judge. I'm grateful.
Sure.
May I approach it?
Just one moment. Joe Stenberg, who do you have?
Howdy, I have Gregory Alexander and Manuel Gutierrez.
All right. Are they both criminal trial division?
Manuel is criminal. Gregory is the, I guess you call it family.
And Gregory, what's the name?
Alexander
And what's Manuel's name?
Gutierrez. Would you like case numbers?
No. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4. And everyone, just let me see if I received paperwork. No, Norma, I haven't received any paperwork. So for everyone who's doing, please, if you can make sure that you get your paperwork done. Eduardo Jimenez.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I was in the breakout room for Roy Ferguson, but nobody joined me there. I just didn't know if I should just go
All right,
back.
those breakout rooms are like doctor's offices. When you get called to the back, they're just checking your blood pressure and your weight. So if you go back to number 8, a prosecutor will meet you there.
All right.
John Sheffield.
Yes, Judge. Your Honor, we're back on that Costas case.
Yes.
Ms. McIntyre and I have discussed the case. We're asking for a little bit more time. Both parties are. We're trying to get some more discovery, making sure we have all the discovery on this, Your Honor. And I believe Ms. McIntyre just got the case dumped on her the last few days, so she hasn't been able to look through all the discovery.
Okay, so we were set here last time from July to now for discovery. So I'll give you all one more discovery date. Is this discovery that you all have, but it's just so voluminous, you need to download it, a chance to look at it? Or is this discovery that you have not received?
Your Honor, I would probably answer both at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, can you reset this for discovery in 1 month, please?
Yes, ma'am. I can do September 17th for discovery.
All right, we'll see you back on September 17th.
Great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. And my client can be released, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're
Y'all have a
welcome.
good day.
All right, you too. Richard Langlois and then Matthew Allen. What are we doing on Brandy Lehman? Does anyone-
You ready for this? You ready for the report?
Yes, I'm ready for a report.
Okay. Mr. Nesbitt and I have worked out an agreement with my client. We're going to take a plea on 2 cases. We're doing the paperwork. And what I'd like to do is, since last time we're in your session, Ms. Lehman has gone out and tried to get into some programs, and she has an offer from Alpha House and Lifetime Recovery. And she also has an appointment with OAR that can do some funding for rehabilitation. So what we'd like to do is take a plea, but give her some time, a month or 2, whatever we need to get into these programs.
Is this going to be an agreement for probation or no?
It's an open plea. It's an opposed plea.
Okay, all right. Then what we'll do is, have you all put in the chat box Ms. Lehman's email address for Ms. Ferguson so she can get the paperwork to you?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
All right, Matthew Allen.
Yes, Judge. I just need to go into the breakout room with Noah and Ellum to go over the paperwork.
Okay. And
he
is your
might-
client on bond or in custody?
He's in custody. He might still be in the breakout room I was in earlier. I think it was 16, maybe.
He's in 18. I'm going to move him to number 10.
Okay.
And if you'll go to number 10, please. Let me just find you on the Zoom. What room is it showing you in, Mr. Allen?
It doesn't show me in any.
Okay, so that means, all right. I just moved him up to number 5. So if you could go
Okay,
to 5, please. All right, Alfonso Otero, what is happening with your case?
Well, yes, Judge. I gave Oscar a counteroffer. I think he needs to go through the whole discovery to see if he accepts that counteroffer. So if we can get a reset in this case, Judge.
To Tuesday, Judge. I imagine it's not going to take me too long. I gave him an offer yesterday or the day before. He's given me a counter. I just want to double check my discovery to make sure that we can come to a resolution on this. But I'm probably thinking we are by Tuesday or Wednesday.
All right, Norma, can you recall this for Tuesday, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll recall this for August 10th.
August
17?
17th, Judge.
Oh, sorry, we're past that. I'm so sorry. But you know what, when I said that, it was nice that everybody was looking at their calendar.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
All right. We'll recall it for August 17th then for disposition. Do you need to speak with your client?
No, Judge. Yeah, if you don't mind, Judge.
Sure. And then just have him come back to the main room so that we can have him excused.
Thanks, Judge. And maybe excused after I talk to him?
Yes. So I'll have you in number 7. Mr. Redding, after you finish speaking with your attorney, I need you to come back to the main room. All right, Oscar, unless you have someone else with us, you're excused.
Great. Thanks, Judge. You have a good one.
You're welcome.
Mr. Gordon, you need to go to breakout room number 1. Aaron Gordon, go to breakout room number 1.
All right, Pat Montgomery.
Judge, I'm sorry, I abandoned the meeting when I got called from another court. And so when I rejoined, I'm no longer in the breakout room waiting for the CTD prosecutor.
All right, who's your client?
Madron, James Madron.
All right, and Norma, can you let them know that Ms. Phillips can go back? She's L24.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8, Pat.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I had to go.
Oh, no problem. And let me see if I have any.
You can do that.
Ms. Phillips, let the person behind you know you're excused.
I just got a hold of them, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Judge is ready, good to go? He's back.
Yes, he's excused. 14P. Yes, Pat Montgomery.
Hi, Your Honor. I spoke to Hunter a moment ago. He says that Rusty Geyer appeared on my client's case on at least one of them. I'm still attorney of record on the burglary case, but Mr. Geyer has the failure to stop and render aid with serious bodily injury case.
Yes,
I'm
and he's
told-
requested jury trial on those. Sorry, someone else came on.
Oh, I didn't know if somebody was talking to me or not. I got these silly earbuds in, but it's too loud here not to use them. Judge, I guess I'd just ask that my burglary case be passed. I think the FSRA case predates my burglary case. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure by a year or more.
Well,
So-
your case technically will not be for jury trial. The ones that will be going, my understanding from state and defense is the 2021 CR 2437 and 2438 case, which is the failure to stop and render aid cases.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
All right.
but I have put your case for the November 17th so the cases can stay together.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that because we won't get anything done unless everybody's in the same room at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're excused. Thank you for coming in. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks. Sorry I was late.
No problem.
I let federal court pull rank.
Okay,
See you,
I
Your
can't
Honor.
believe that. That breaks my heart, but thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, Ron Ross.
Judge, I'm back. I've confirmed with Tom that I confirmed on two issues. One is the plea bargain, and we're stuck on that. Number two is I had filed you had reduced the bond from 200,000 to 150. I think April the 30th. I had filed another motion for a further reduction after Tom looked into some issues. He cannot agree. He cannot agree to a further reduction, so I'm going to need to get a contested bond reduction hearing.
All right, just give me 1 second, please.
Sure.
All right, Mr. Ross, sorry about that.
No, that's all right. So I'm going to need a contested bond reduction hearing.
All right, to the clerks. Could I have the file on Gregory Morrison? I think it may have been sent back by accident, but I don't have it.
I didn't get an invite on that, and I've got it on today's docket, but I did not get an invite, so I'm assuming it was on
Well,
the
I'm
docket.
trying to see if it's on the docket.
It's not on the docket, Judge.
It is not?
Yes.
No, it's not.
So
Okay.
Ross, then, clerks, you can counsel that. Ross, if you'll just file the motion, we'll send it.
I have filed it. Okay. Is this case set? Does this case have a setting on it?
Can someone look to see what the setting is for Gregory Morrison when that's sent?
It doesn't have a current setting, Judge. I can give it a current setting.
Okay. When do you want to set that?
Well, it looks right now like this is going to have to be a trial eventually, but we're still, I've got to go back, talk again about a plea bargain with my client. But I'd like for you to leave a ability to do a plea bargain open for a little bit, but you can put it on the trial setting if you want to. I mean,
Oh, no, your client, unless your client, is your client on bond or in custody?
no, he's in custody, but I also need I need a contested bond reduction hearing.
All right, so just 1 second. The state is bringing, the clerks are bringing me the file. We'll get a setting for that. And everyone, I've signed everything that I've received. So if there's any other paperwork that's out there, I haven't received it. So that's why it has not been signed. All right, thank you. This case wasn't on the docket. Oh, and those can go back. All right, Norma, when can you set Gregory Morrison for a bond reduction? And state, will you need time for witnesses for this bond reduction or no?
For a bond reduction, no, Judge. We can just do exhibits.
Okay.
And I doubt, except for my client, we would have witnesses, Judge.
Okay. All right, Norma, do you want to set this in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? When do you want to set it?
I can do it in 2 weeks, Judge.
Okay, what date will that be?
Give me just a second, Judge.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, she hasn't given it to us yet.
Oh, excuse me. And I don't think it'd be a real lengthy thing, Judge.
Okay.
The 25th?
25th?
Yes.
That's good. What time?
I can do it in the afternoon.
Well, whatever's fine. What?
All right, we will see you for your motion on August 25th at 2 p.m.
That'll work, Judge. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day, great weekend.
All right, you too. All right, everyone, the court is going to be taking its break soon. So anybody who has a plea, we need to get her done, or either you're gonna have to come back at 2. Christopher Garza, is that you in the courtroom? You made it? All right, Norma, can you call Dan Rodriguez and see if he can get it into this Zoom, please?
We gotta wait for your lawyer.
Oh, he's here. Dan Rodriguez, your client has made it. Have you conferred with the state? All right, Norma, can you give me a regular reset on Christopher Garza?
The 16th.
All right, Mr. Garza, can you approach, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, Mr. Garza, I appreciate your apology. Sometimes things happen, videos come up, photos come up that you're not intending to come up. That's why you need to, why is the 187 district courtroom blurred? Is my vision off? There we go. It's not in 4G, as Marcus would say. But Mr. Garza, that's why you need to make sure that before you come on Zoom, you need to make sure what is popping up on your phone, okay?
Yes, ma'am. This was my first time on Zoom, so I was not aware of it. I was trying to get my kids situated this morning and everything. I did not look at it, and when I noticed it, that's when I turned it off and tried to fix it. I do apologize.
All right, I accept your apology, but next time, something like that happens again, your Zoom privileges are going to be revoked permanently, which means you're gonna have to end up coming downtown, going through traffic. As you can tell, I don't know why, in every city in the United States I've been in, except for maybe DC, they have so many one-ways, which makes no sense to me.
Yes.
But if you do it again, you're gonna have to come downtown.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not gonna be allowed on Zoom again, all right?
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
So your next court date is going to be September 16th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can appear by Zoom.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, and did you get a chance to get in touch with your pretrial services officer to let them know that you were coming to court?
Yes, I called them, let them know I had arrived, and as soon as I leave, I'm calling them and let them know I'm heading back home.
All right, then you're excused. You can go back home, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Judge, please hold on. I know Dan Rodriguez wanted to approach you on a matter. I sent you the motion to your email address.
Yeah, Dan Rodriguez isn't responding.
He's having trouble with his.
And I don't have an email on this case with Mr. Garza. What email?
I just sent it to you, Joe Ray, and David Martin this morning about 9, maybe 9:30, Judge.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give Dan Rodriguez till 12:30. After 12:30, we're taking our break. All right, Mr. Garza, if you could have a seat for me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Judge, we have a deal. I chatted it to Norma. Joe Stenberg is talking to his client right now, Manuel Gutierrez, but we do have a deal on that. I'm starting paperwork.
Okay, awesome. Who is this person, Cowles? Who is that? Does anyone know? Mr. Cowles, what is your full name? Who are you here for?
It's Kyle Singer. My lawyer just called me. He said to join this meeting.
Okay, why are you whispering?
I'm not.
Yes, I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay.
So what is your name?
Kyle Singer.
Norma, is this person on the docket?
Who is this person?
Kyle Singer or Zinger?
Singer.
What is your cause number?
Not sure.
Do you have a SID number?
Not available with me at the moment.
All right, I don't show you as being on the docket. Who's your attorney?
Mr. Montgomery, Patrick.
Judge, he's in the 290th.
Yes, you're in the 290th District Court instead of the 187.
Oh, he sent me this link.
Everybody loves being in the 187, but you're in the 290th.
Alrighty.
All right, have a great rest of your day.
Do you know how to get there?
No, well, take a left at Main Street.
All right, I'll contact my lawyer.
No,
Thank you.
what you have to do is call Pat Montgomery
Yes.
and ask him to give you the Zoom link for that court.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Judge.
Yes.
Judge, this is Dan Rodriguez. I've been on Zoom for a while. I couldn't unmute or start my video for some reason.
And are those shades for your vision? Did you have surgery recently?
I'm driving from Gillespie County right now to Kerr.
Yeah.
I just pulled over. But on Christopher Garza, I'd filed a motion for him to come to my office. He's on full house arrest. That's all that motion is. It's kind of like
Yes, all he has to do is if he calls pretrial services or you call pretrial services and say you want him to come to your office to go over documents or for your legal services, they will approve that.
Okay, I've had trouble with them in the past. First of all, getting a hold of anybody pretrial, and then secondly, getting them to listen to me. Pretrial services has been very bad recently.
They always Zoom in here and make things happen.
So it was just a motion. That way there would be no question about it, that you've given him permission to come to my office.
Yes, well, the court is still waiting for that. Let me see.
And I don't think the state could oppose it if they wanted to. Not that they would, but I mean, it's pretty much an ex parte motion, but I didn't make it ex parte because anytime you make it ex parte, it's impossible to get a copy of it later on down the line.
Okay. Is it really impossible?
Yes, it is. You have to do like some special motion to unseal documents
No,
that has
but
to
you
be
get
approved.
it. But what I would always do is I would file a motion ex parte, get the judge to sign it, have the clerks and everybody file stamp it, and take a copy of it, and then I have it.
Yeah, I do that too, but I lost one time and I had to find it again. And it was like an act of God to get anybody from the clerk's office to actually give me a copy. I had to get a judge to sign an order stating that I could have a copy of my own motion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that once they seal it, it's sealed.
Yep.
Norma, could you forward that motion to the clerks, please? Because my printer is not working.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, if there's nothing else, your client is going to come back on September
16th.
16th. All right, Mr. Garza, you're excused.
And I didn't really catch what happened, Your Honor, why he was asked to come to court. I was listening.
His
but my
video
audio
was
kind of-
inappropriate.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to him about that.
Oh, I've already discussed it with him. But you can do it as well. All right, if there's nothing else, Mr. Garza, you're excused. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right, Dan, unless you have something else with this, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you, Judge. You have a nice day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Happy driving. All right, Matthew.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
Oh, we should have all the paperwork signed for Noah and Ellen.
Okay, as soon as I get it, I will sign it because I don't have it. But I will send you to a breakout room. I'll send you to breakout room number 1. They'll let you know if they have everything.
Okay, thank you.
What previous breakout room? There you are. So I'm sending you and your client to 1.
Judge, could you ask Brandy Lehman to go to room 3?
All right, Ms. Lehman, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, please. Brandy Lehman, go to breakout room number 3.
How do I do that?
Do you have an Android or a iPhone?
Android.
tap your screen.
Okay.
You see where it says breakout room?
Oh, yes, I see it.
All right, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, please.
Thank you.
And those are done. Norma, did you need to head out?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Okay. Brenna, it is that time of year for people who have children. They have to register, have to go and pick out lockers. You know, Brenna, when I was in school, they didn't have your parents go and say, this is your locker. They're like, here's your locker, here's your lock. And I'm just trying to remember my combination. And I think I'm gonna have to ask my mom this, but I think you had to get your own lock. Like the school didn't provide you with a lock. Do they provide you with locks now for your locker, or you still have to get your own?
I think you have to get your own.
No. And that was a heavy lock. Try unlocking that because you're angry at your test score, and then the lock falls on your foot. It's painful. Joe Stenberg.
Yes, ma'am. We have on Mr. Gutierrez, we have a plea.
Okay.
Plea deal.
Yes.
Want to apply for probation.
All right. And did you put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson?
I did, Judge.
All right. Thank you. And then what is happening with Mr. Alexander?
I'm waiting to be put in a breakout room with the ADA.
All right. So Joe, I'll send you to number 5. And if someone could go see Joe on Mr. Alexander's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I sent you a chat.
All righty. All right, Norma.
Thank you.
Sure. All right, who was the prosecutor who was on the case with attorney Vivek Jampala? I believe it was from yesterday. And there was blood discovery.
Was I saw he filed some stuff on e-file maybe yesterday.
Yes, and it appears to be more than just blood discovery. There's a state's
Motion.
privilege log that is attached.
Oh, I have not reviewed that yet, Judge.
All right, so it appears, because I'm receiving more than what was discussed, it appears that we will probably need to have a hearing on this if there's something you can't agree to.
Okay, so it was above and beyond the traditional blood discovery.
Well, he filed two. One is the blood discovery, but then the other discovery he's asking for is he's requesting the state's privilege log. And he's asking what information is redacted, what information is withheld. So, yeah.
I'll reach out to him about it.
Okay. And after you all review it, just let me know if there's something you can't agree on, then we'll set it for a hearing. And so I think we're gonna actually have to have a hearing on the blood discovery because the general discovery he filed is related to that some sort of way. Rebecca, I just signed the document you sent me, but I'm going to have a question about William Harper.
Okay.
So we can talk about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, thank you. And I think we are ready on Nellum. Who are going to be the parties on Nellum? Joe Stenberg, you're back on Alexander?
No, they thought I was with Hunter and he thought I was there on Gutierrez, but I told him that's already resolved.
All right, so I'm going to see you to number 4, and David Martin or Joe Ray Garcia. Could you go to number 4 to talk with Mr. Stenberg on Alexander, please?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and who's the attorney on A. Garden?
Jocelyn and Hunter, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Gordon, had you already been sworn in?
Your Honor, what that mean, sworn
Did the
in?
clerk ask you to raise your hand?
No, Judge, can you send him
No.
to breakout room 1? He got kicked out earlier.
All right, Mr. Gordon, I'm gonna send you to number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Joe Stimber is waiting to talk to Mr. Alexander, please.
All right, Mr. Alexander, I'm gonna send you to a breakout room on number 5 to speak with your attorney.
Thank you.
And then everyone, the court is going to take its break at 12:30. I think I can speak in the words of Bill Murray from Stripes. I think I can speak for the whole platoon when I say that we need to take a break. And I think I'm the only person here who's seen Stripes. Brenna, have you seen Stripes? Oh, you seen it? Oh, thank you, Brenna. Hunter, have you seen Stripes?
I'm gonna need to check. Give me a moment.
Brenna, I finally have a reference that people have heard from. So I'm like, yay.
I actually do think I've seen this, Judge. I think I watched it with my dad once.
Okay. All right. You need to rewatch that. That's something that stands the test of time.
I do. Bill Murray's a good actor.
I'm glad Miss Andrews is here because she's seen the movies that I have seen. So she gets my references.
Funny, Judge.
Jocelyn, can you believe there are some people who have not seen the movie Stripes?
Which one, Judge?
Stripes with Bill Murray?
I haven't seen that one either.
Oh my gosh, how is that even possible? That's like saying you haven't seen the 10 Commandments. Doesn't everybody watch that on Easter?
At least once a year.
At least once a year. That's like saying you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life.
I couldn't watch that all the way through.
That's like saying you haven't seen A Christmas Story.
Look, Judge, stop it.
You know, Brent, I always ask people to debate whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right, we're ready on Aaron Gordon. Yes. Sure. Mr. Nellam, I need you to go to breakout room number 1 to be sworn in. And who are the parties on, Gordon?
Hunter Morris, Judge.
And Jocelyn Andrews for the defense.
All right, Miss Andrews, I will need you to show your video.
Oh, sorry, Judge.
No problem. Brenna has told me this setup makes it easier for her to see. It makes it easier for me to see too. All right, we're going to go on the record. 2021 CR 3213, State of Texas versus Aaron Michael Gordon. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hunter Morris.
For the defense?
Jocelyn Andrews.
And are you Mr. Gordon?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
None, Judge.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gordon, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Gordon, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Proceeding on count 1, Judge, waiving the repeat enhancement allegation.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Gordon, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're charged with felon in possession of a firearm. That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? Thank you. A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call them, the right to remain silent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
Did you intend to enter into a plea bargain agreement and give up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gordon, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, state is proceeding on count 1, waiving the repeater paragraph. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. There's a $0 fine. The state opposes your application for community supervision, and the state will take in consideration 2021 CR 3214. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No such motions, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
State offer state's order attachments, Judge.
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Gordon, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Rebecca, how much time is needed for PSI report?
I believe they're asking for at least 5 to 6 weeks, Judge.
Okay, let me see.
If not longer. I know they're backlogged.
All right, let me look at the calendar. All right, I'm going to set you for Ms. Andrews. I'm going to set it for September the 29th. When Ms. Ferguson comes back, she may want to give you a different date depending on our court schedule. If she does, you'll receive notice of it.
Okay, so.
Is September 29th a good date for you though?
Yes, it is, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Gordon, you need to be in the courtroom on September 29th at 9 a.m. It's the 187 District Court located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so when do you need to be in court?
September 29th, 9
Yes.
o'clock on De La Rosa,
Yes.
187 court.
Yes. And so you will need to appear in person, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room so probation can go over conditions with you.
Yes.
and what you need to do in order to make sure you make all your appointments.
Yes, Your
Judge, is
Honor.
this PSI only or PSI and TAP?
PSI and TAP.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm going to put him in number 2, Rebecca.
Okay. Do you want me to go now or are you going to take up somebody else?
Yes, I'm going to take up someone else. Let me read and see what the agreement on this was. Oh, this one is going to be opposed offer. And it's 2020 CR 8296. It's Noah Nellum. So I'll send him in that breakout room with you, Rebecca, or do you need to be here to hear the plea?
No, it's okay. I'll go. It doesn't take me long, so I'll come back.
All right, so if you'll go to number 2 then. And who is the attorney for Nellum?
Me, Your Honor, Matthew Allen.
All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
The breakout room, I'm just supposed to click on it, right?
Yes, and go to number 2. And then after you speak to the person there, you're excused.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 8296, State of Texas versus Noah Nellum. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Matthew Allen.
All right, and are you Mr. Nellum?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state or the defense?
No objection.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Nellum, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Nellum, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
Just 1 second. State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge. We're only going to proceed on count 1 and the lesser of aggravated sexual assault.
Is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections.
All right, Mr. Nellum, I'll show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the lesser included offense of count 1 is aggravated sexual assault of a child? That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Nellum, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 1 and the lesser included offense of count 1 of aggravated sexual assault of a child. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15 years in the prison. The state opposes your application for deferred adjudication. You're not eligible for judge-ordered community supervision. They're asking for Chapter 62 compliance and no contact with the complainants in the that are listed in the indictment. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea bargain agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea bargain agreement.
Yes.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense, the lesser included offense of aggravated sexual assault of a child as in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
Offer states 1 with all the attachments.
No objections.
All right, Mr. Nello, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record for a moment. Did anyone visit with Mr. Eduardo Jimenez in number 6 on Roy Ferguson Criminal Trial Division? All right. We'll go back on the record. The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. We'll review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. We will bring this case back on September 29th at 9 a.m. At that time, I'll make a decision on your application. Mr. Nellam, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Nellam, if you are released from custody, you will need to appear in the 187 District Court at 9 a.m. on September 29th. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there is nothing else, I'll close the record on this case. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Probation will speak with you. You'll need to make sure that you make all of those probation appointments. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 2 with your attorney, and then you will be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Judge, if I may approach when you have a moment.
Yes, we're going to take our break. So everybody's going to have to approach later. It's 12:40. So the
But
court is.
it was just that there's nothing that can be done with my case because they
Okay.
haven't contacted the complaining witness.
All right,
So
we're gonna come back at 2 p.m. Brenda needs a break. Everyone needs a break. So
All right.
everyone, we're gonna come back at 2 p.m. And if everyone is here on time at 2 p.m., then we'll take up all your matters.